President Trump ready to build that wall, laying out more than $4 billion in his budget plan to make it happen. He's calling on businesses, though, around the country to submit their own designs. And so far, more than 600 companies have sent in ideas, including one from Mexico. Dennis O'Leary is the CEO of Dark Pulse Technologies, which makes border security technology, and has submitted his design. Dennis, great to see you this morning.
Hey, good morning. Thanks.
So you've submitted a bid, but you're really calling it a smart wall. Why?
Well, I mean, just the history of what's been going on the border, we do need a physical barrier, but I think we need to take it one step further, put in a technology that can actually detect people either molesting the wall, crossing the wall, or more importantly, tunneling underneath the wall.
More importantly, because we hear about all these tunnels, Geraldo has gone through and see all these tunnels coming through Mexico. Let's take a look at some of the designs, put them up on the screen. What are we looking at here, Dennis?
So that was a graphic rendering of our proposal that we're going to give to Homeland Security. It's showing the physical barrier. It's sort of a loosely, like the information at the time that we're getting from Homeland Security is it's just saying that it's a 30-foot barrier. There's really not much detail. So for me, we just depicting a wall with our technology both embedded inside the wall, but then more importantly, you'll see we actually have the fiber
cable, and
right.
That will recognize the different vibrations in the ground.
Exactly.
So I'm curious about this because you had before offered to Homeland Security your services at cost. You weren't going to make any profit to put up a smart wall, not even really a physical barrier, and they didn't take you up on it.
No, I've been saying that for years. Since 2012. And, at the time there was another project. It didn't talk about a barrier, a physical barrier. It talked about technologies on the border. And there were some areas of the border that it's almost impossible to have current technologies. It's almost a guessing game. You look at a terrain. I've
heard some experts say, look, the technology that we have at Area 51, they can detect a mouse moving miles away, but there's no physical wall. And there's guys there with guns and SUVs ready to pounce on that secret installation for the government. They can detect a mouse. Why do we need a wall?
It comes down to manpower. So we have almost a 2,000-mile area that has to be under surveillance. So how do you then enforce people coming across the border? You'd have to have hundreds of thousands of border agents. So I agree with the president's plan of having a physical barrier. But again, I'm saying we need to have a smart wall.
We need to have that additional piece. Sure. If the president's watching this morning, watching our show right now, what is your pitch to him? What's your best pitch?
There's 600 plus companies going after this. It's hard for me to pitch it because I think the president's heart is in the right place. I know he's going to make the right decision. Just the fact that this has already been put out to the public. The man's only been in office, what, 100 days yet?
Not even, yeah.
Right, and these things normally take, 2 or 3 years to even get to this stage. So, my pitch is, yes, we need a physical barrier. Everybody agrees, it makes sense, but we need a smart wall. Because why spend the $20 billion or whatever they're saying it's going to cost, and a guy with a shovel can defeat that. So,
great point. Dennis O'Leary, great to see you this morning.
Yeah, pleasure. Thanks
so much for joining us. Fascinating.